Hi, good afternoon. Andi Napier, Soul Relationship Coaching. Today I'm coming to you with some coaching tools on what to do when you're about to take action. I have some friends and some clients that are about to take big action, so I've shared this with them and I want to share it with you. So there's a few things involved. I'm going to back up a little bit that need to go into play for your life to change. And one is, the first part is an intention for something better. It could be something professionally, something personally. It could be more love, more money, a different way to spend your day. So it could be a career change. It could be anything. It could be more rest, more free time, more me time. That shows up a lot. So that's an intention. The second one is higher knowledge. Okay, and that's what you're going to get a little bit today. You're going to get some higher knowledge so that when you go to take the third step, action, you know what to expect. And then you can make decisions and go along your path accordingly. A lot of us just like to take action. Like, I have an intention and I'm going to take action. But there's no higher knowledge that goes into play. And so what happens is we get disappointed with the result, and then we stop taking action again. And we get in a spinning cycle of intention, action, intention, action, intention, action. And we just spin ourselves tired. So today we're going to add that third element. It's the higher knowledge. And this comes into play when we actually go to take action. So they're a little bit connected. And it's about resistance. I'm going to say it again. Resistance. Just like if you're working out, right? You need resistance in order to build muscle. Well, anytime you have an intention for something bigger and better than you already have, there's going to be resistance in it. So I want you to prepare for it. This is the higher knowledge. This is a great book. My friend John Nordstrom gave it to me a long time ago. Also read it in my coaching training. It is Joseph Campbell, A Hero with 1,000 Faces. It's essentially the hero's journey. And one part of the hero's journey is in chapter 2, it's called Initiation. And it's called The Road of Trials. Okay? And so essentially what it says, Joseph Campbell was a mythologist. He would go and he would find myths all over the world that essentially mapped out the human psyche and the journey that we all take. So essentially, it's trials that are going to show up once you leave your comfort zone, and that is anything that you know now, any behaviors that you're going to take, any new thinking that you're going to take. That's leaving your comfort zone. There will be trials. So that's it. Just prepare for them. It's called resistance. Alright, I'm going to show you my PowerPoint here, and it looks like this. Anytime you go take action, you're going to have a lot of resistance. Anytime you come out of your comfort zone, you're going to have a lot of resistance. The first one is always going to be the hardest. So I'm going to give you a couple examples and how this plays out, how it played out professionally for me last year. When I was an elementary school teacher, I was a dyslexia specialist. I was making the leap towards leaving my steady paycheck and my insurance and all my friends and everything that I knew, and I was going to go out on my own. And the resistance showed up when I was offered a full-time position at the school, and before I'd only been part-time. So it was like, whoa, here we go. I was being handed more money, more security, right at the time that I was making a choice to go for my dreams and try something else. So that is resistance. I was conflicted. I had to decide what to do, but I knew to look for it. Another thing that happened recently is I've started making steps towards being more social and leaving my kids. They're old enough now to be left by themselves, even at night for like a few hours. But stepping out of this comfort zone of being a mom and at home and making sure everything is taken care of. And when I get invited out at night, how can I go and, go out and be treated and have fun, go to a movie. And I will say the first few times that I started to do it, mom, stepping out of her comfort zone, I get met with a lot of resistance. One son comes and has tons of homework. My mom walked the dog and fell. She lives in a back apartment in my house, and so I keep my eye on her. Another son was struggling with like the computer and the printer and the toner. And literally, and of course I didn't like any of my clothes that night. So it was just this whole tornado of resistance that was trying to keep me stuck, trying to keep me at home, managing in my comfort zone, all the family, versus going and actually enjoying myself. So what I want you to do is I want you to prepare when you have an intention for something bigger. Maybe it's just a conversation with someone that needs to happen. I want you to prepare for the resistance. And all it does, you just see it for what it is. This is trying to get me to stop in my tracks and go back into my comfort zone. And so I'm encouraging you just to push forward, just to see what happens on the other side, because the resistance is still going to be there. It's not going to go away. But what happens is you start to build a muscle for it. Each time you go bigger. All right? And each time it gets easier. So that is my tip for you. Have an intention for something bigger in your life. Have the higher knowledge like this to be able to go forward. And then take the action. Be prepared for resistance. All right, there we go. The teacher in me honors the teacher in you and all living things. Namaste.